Hello and welcome to Why with Seth and Parker. My name is Parker,
I'm Seth.
and this is the weekly show where we dissect Billy Joel music, give stupid answers to stupid questions, and try to open a
What part? What was that, Parker?
and try to open a bag of popcorn with our feet.
Pop, pop, pop.
You want to know why I had such trouble with that? Because as the first opener you wrote.
And it was awesome. You just can't talk.
Like, do these people think we're actually going to try and open a bag of popcorn with our feet?
I mean, do they think we are going to do half the things we usually say?
We usually do.
No, we don't. Parker, what was the one thing
that we try
that
to stop talking about your dead mom?
What was the thing where you, like, last week you said that we were going to do something only Parker knows how to do?
Please a man?
I mean, I can do that quite easily.
Okay. Yes, dear.
But I mean, that maybe both of us can do that.
We
But
tried
we're not
dissecting poetry. I
last
did a
week.
phenomenal
I
job.
thought. I mean, I liked the
Seth
poem.
was also there.
If we didn't have so many computer problems, I think it would have been a little bit better. But
Maybe another time.
I think we should thank our listeners who are returning this week for returning.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Mom.
That's the only person who listens to us.
No, our friends do. And Roy last week popped in.
Yes, the hot Australian that Megan thirsts for.
Speaking of which, Roy, if you would like to get in contact with Megan, you can email us at sethandparker@gmail.com, and we will put you in contact with our lovely friend.
Or if you go masculine, I'm always here
And available.
and available.
And I can help set you up with Parker.
I'm Parker.
Yeah, Parker's a great guy, guys. Everyone listening,
And
can I brag?
and I have family in Australia, so
Yeah. Well, can I brag on my friend Parker for a second? He puts up with all of my crap during this radio station. When I get stressed, when
Are we
I
allowed
mess
to
stuff
say-
up.
Wait.
Yes, we are.
Are we allowed to say crap?
It's tasteful,
Tasteful?
like tasteful side boob.
Oh.
BOOBTITS. Because we've done this before, Parker. We know how it works.
Yep.
But I just wanted to tell everyone how much I appreciate this man, and he's the one who puts together the radio show itself and does all the searching for the questions and really responds and answers to your emails. So I think we should just appreciate him, and I wanted to let everyone know how much I really am thankful for him.
Aw. It's Thanksgiving. Well, it's our last show before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
so.
it's the pre-Thanksgiving show. The post-Thanksgiving show is the one we sleep through.
Okay, I was going to say maybe we should do some Holly Jolly stuff for that.
I mean, I'm down. I love Christmas music, but I mean, I'm okay with Christmas music before Thanksgiving, but Christmas decorations, I'm like, no.
Seth, you want to know what I'm thankful for?
What are you thankful for? Food?
That too, yes. I'm very thankful for food, but I'm also thankful to time zones. Like, I will be listening to the show live as it happens because this is pre-recorded, but I will be listening to it at a different time zone. Whether it's at 7 or 9, I do not know.
You'll be on one of the different time zones?
I will be in one of the different time zones. So, hi Parker, I'm thankful for time zones. You go a little disorientated by it, but I enjoy it.
Very good. And that's a good reminder to our audience that we are pre-recording this show, so if you call...
Please don't call in. Email us your burning questions and amazing accents.
We'll get to them in 3 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2
Three,
weeks.
yeah,
Three
from today.
3 from today. Because we will also not be
2
actually
from this air day.
here for this air day. Anyways, folks, but yes, those questions, sethandparker@gmail.com. And please don't call in today because you will be ignored, just like me.
Aw. That's a brutal bit of honesty.
For Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for honest friends.
Well, I'm thankful for me too.
I'm glad you are, Parker.
Seth, speaking of honesty, that is a lovely segue. Oh my god, it's like we planned that or something.
But we didn't. Oh my gosh.
I want to introduce you
You
to
know, we're getting better at this radio thing, especially after last week.
Oh, everything's uphill from last week.
So far, so good.
But as I was saying, I'm going to introduce you to this song called Honesty by Billy Joel.
Okay, let's go ahead and get a little background, Parker.
Well, Honesty is a very peculiar song because it was included in some versions of Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volume 2.
Some,
and
but not all.
All, yes.
Okay.
It was replaced with She's Always a Woman. We'll listen to that a little longer, like a little later on in the life of the show, but it's a very good song about, how people need to be truthful and how, surface level stuff is very easy to find, yet the deep, hard hitting parts of humanity is something you have to dig for, and you're not going to find very easily.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So in this song, just to clarify, we're talking is honesty a person, or is honesty
Honesty is a concept.
personification of
Nope.
this?
Honesty is just the concept of being honest.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was going into this with the right lens, because last week we learned that Seth does not analyze these songs to Parker standards. So this week we're going to try to up that and better that.
Spoiler alert, most concepts are concepts, not people in Billy Joel songs.
Okay, and I don't know, I just wanted to double
check. If he
check.
sings about a girl, he might call her the Uptown Girl. Okay. He's not gonna call her class. Or, something like that. She's going to call, he humanizes people.
Well, I mean, I know Honesty's a name, and I know that Honesty's
really?
Yeah.
Who would name their child Honesty?
I've heard a few, actually. Have you not?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I've heard that name. I've heard it as a concept, but I can also see it being personified, too. I just wanted to clarify that.
We're just going to start off this show very easily. This has been a PSA for people who name their children stupid names. Hey, ponder this.
Like,
okay. Ponder this. People who name their children stupid names. Could you not? There's been a PSA for people who name their children stupid names.
Like Ladasha?
Like unique spelled with 3 W's. That just
that's a thing?
No, it's just a hyperbole.
Oh, okay. See, because I'm thinking of like Ladasha, L-A, literally a dash, A.
Yeah.
Ladasha. So, I don't know. People are weird.
My name is Darrell, spelled like Daryl, but pronounced Darrell.
Aaron?
Yep.
Do we have the rights to that?
Probably not.
Okay, we don't have the rights. We don't have rights.
But are you ready for Honesty by Billy Joel?
We're not really Americans. We don't have rights. Just kidding. I was being sarcastic. Yeah, let's go ahead. So, Honesty by Billy Joel.
Hey, I'm supposed to introduce things.
Oh, do you want to introduce it?
Sure. Honesty by Billy Joel. So, what do you think?
It's so good. It's just a really good song.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
I need a moment.
I feel like you're either being super, super snarky, or you're finally appreciating Billy Joel like I do.
Really appreciating what the feels that this song gave me.
Okay, then let's
see if my skills got any better.
Yes, why don't you lay down on the couch?
Okay.
I'll ask you some questions.
Therapist Parker?
Yes.
Not doctor yet, but Dr. Professor Reverend Heinze.
Mm-hmm.
Soon to be.
So, how did this make you feel?
I mean, it was like a sad feeling, because when you like think about honesty, and I can tell as I was reading and listening to this song, because I'm kind of a visual person, that he's lacking this honesty in his life, and he needs it, but it's not being given to him. And so it feels like it also kind of ties into this emptiness that comes from not knowing, not being on it, not receiving honesty, not receiving truth, and so he's feeling empty from it.
Okay. What do you think is on the surface level of this song?
Surface level of it, it's a Billy Joel song, and he wanted to sing about a woman. Was that too surface level?
Would you argue that this was about a woman?
I mean, I would. It's like.
Or do you think it's about everyone in general? Is he talking to someone specific, or is he taking on the entirety of the people in his life?
Oh, that's I mean, I would assume that I would think that there's probably one person that really pushed him to like think about honesty in this way. So he might have written it in general, but I feel like if you're writing about something like this, it's going to build up. So multiple people probably were dishonest with him, and so then he wrote this song, but one person probably triggered it. Whether it's a general song or written kind of like it's probably more general, and I'm probably looking too deep into that. But I mean, I can also see how it's like just written for one person, like honesty is what I need from you right now.
And a little deeper in, like, how do you think that this is on a deeper level?
So there's this concept that I really really do believe in, and that's a root need of people is to be loved, respected, and accepted.
Hey, that rhymed.
Yep. Loved, accepted, and respected. And this song brings out truth. And I feel like being honest is a way that you can love someone, and being honest is a way you can respect someone, and being honest is a way that people know that they're accepted by you, even if the truth is something you don't want to hear. When my friends call me out, it sucks a lot, but they're being honest, and I know that I'm accepted, loved, and respected by them because of them calling me out. And so I think that this does tie into a root need of people, and he's saying this is a need that I have that is not being met.
Well, that was miles ahead of what we've previously done.
Yay!
I feel like we thoroughly dissected that Billy Joel song.
Can I also point out a random surface comment?
Sure.
I feel like his voice. Did you hear that voice change? Because he'd sing a line and then he'd kind of go to this chorus, and his voice would change just within the song. And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it's a little more grandiose, I think, during the chorus.
And so his voice gets bigger,
yeah.
maybe? Okay.
So maybe, the verses, it's supposed to be a little more soft-spoken, I'm talking to someone, and then during the chorus, it's to everyone.
He builds to this giant, everyone listen to me! Okay.
I feel like maybe that's it. We can find some deep meaning in that, and there we go.
There we go, everyone. So the moral of the story... And PSA for honesty, not the person, but the concept. PSA, be honest.
I don't think you're telling me the truth when you say there are people named Honesty.
No, there are. We could pull up Facebook and just search honesty, and you'll find a person.
No, thank you.
Those are names. That's a name. Honesty is a name.
Okay, Seth, are you ready to move on to the next part of the show?
Yeah, let's go ahead and see what's happening.
Okay, would you like to, before we do that, tell the people where they can send our questions?
Yeah, I'd also like to remind our listeners that most of our questions come from Yahoo Answers. But if you are like me and getting tired of Yahoo Answered questions and want to dive deeper into real people's questions, you can send us an email at sethandparker@gmail.com. You can ask us about homework. You can ask us about life. You can ask us for advice about what to do about your girlfriend, boyfriend, or significant other, partner, however you would like to frame that. You can ask us what to eat for dinner. You can ask us a lot of different things, and we would like to talk about it. But if you like Yahoo Answers, go ahead and don't send those questions. But if you want to move past Yahoo Answers into something bigger, send an email to sethandparker@gmail.com.
You don't need to passively aggressively chew out our listeners.
I just want
It would just be wonderful if you could just send some questions our way.
I would just really like to hear our listeners' questions. We do this show for the people, by the people. Well, we are the people. We are the most important people,
I don't
and
know
so
about
we
you,
do.
But I do the show for me because I want to hear my own voice.
Oh, I do this show because I guess I appreciate you, and I appreciate our time together on the radio. So I think that's why I do the show.
I just do it for those crazy call-ins.
Those are good. But remember, don't call in this week.
Please do not. Are you ready for our first question, Seth?
Yeah, go ahead, Parker.
This one asks, hey, Seth and Parker, is Godzilla a relative of dinosaurs?
Ooh. Well, Parker, is the lizard a relative of dinosaurs?
Aren't we all relatives when we go back far enough?
Yeah.
Into that primordial soup.
Ooh, that's primordial soup. I like that. That was a good phrasing.
That is, I think, the scientific phrasing of what the world was
I
before
don't
life.
know. I don't speak science.
Well, I do, and you know what? Electrons, particles, waves.
Oh, Parker, it's a good thing I am not a science student right now, or else you would be turning me on way too much.
Hey there, big boy.
Oh.
You want a light tangent to my curves?
Ooh.
No, that's calculus. Calculus, not science.
How about we add you and I, subtract the close?
No, that's still math.
Oh, well, I mean, math, it's called STEM for a reason, so it all ties together. I mean, we could, just get all biological up in this place.
Am I allowed to say the word cherry limeade on this air?
I mean, you
Am
can
I allowed to
say
the substitute.
You could just say
It's a biological term.
Use your tool. The man can use his tool.
Okay, hey Seth.
What?
You know your tool?
Yeah?
It stretches all the way from A to Z on a keyboard.
Hey now.
You had to look down at the keyboard.
Yeah, I had to make sure because I thought I got that joke and I was like, oh, well, that's a bummer. But
you reminded me because you said you and I was like, remember that pickup line? Hey, baby, if I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. It's already together on the keyboard.
Yeah, so the A to Z joke about, okay. So
Ju-
goals for Parker. Parker will work to be nicer about Seth and not
Or
try
rearrange the
to
alphabet.
give false information about certain traits of Seth, which I will reiterate is false. But we're going to go ahead and do you have anything that you want to add on about Godzilla being a relative of dinosaurs? Because we kind of got off.
I think Godzilla
And not in
is-
a good way.
I think Godzilla is a dinosaur.
Okay, yeah.
Because, he is ancient, isn't he? Like, I've never actually seen any of the Godzilla movies.
Yeah, I don't either, but I mean, he looks like a dinosaur.
Well, he does make everyone get up and roar.
Roar.
Everyone does the dinosaur.
Is that anything like the Time Warp?
It's kind of, I'm pretty sure it's a dance from the 80s.
Okay. Roar like a dinosaur.
Everybody
Hey,
get on the floor.
What
Everyone do the
what
dinosaur.
sound does a gay dinosaur make?
What?
Roar.
That wasn't funny. That was just you being stupid.
I mean, I'm always stupid.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Roar.
Like, why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the restroom?
Because the P is silent.
Yep.
But it's... Oh, wait. You can't hear.
You're enjoying yourself way too much during this show. We started the show off with me complimenting Seth on his dissection skills, and he just let that go to his head.
We're going downhill.
He just let that go to his head. But Seth, do you have anything to add?
I really don't. I do not have anything to add, Parker. So, would you like...
Why don't you ask the next question?
Let's go see. Okay, so there's really bad grammar in this question, but I'm going to ask it as it's written. Do McDonald's still have a dollar menu?
I just love Yahoo answers.
I just love illiterate Americans.
Wow. Why do you assume this is American? McDonald's is across the world. It
Okay.
could be a Canadian,
So-
Australian, Mexican.
Okay.
Wow, you're being awfully racist during this
Sorry,
episode.
I was not trying to be racist.
Cubans could be asking us questions.
Cubans.
Like
The-
Mark Cuban, the guy from Shark Tank.
Oh, that dude. Anyways, Parker, does McDonald's...
Wait.
What?
You need to give a shout out to our loyal listener, Sia and Mark Cuban. We know you're one of the 3 people who actually listen to the show. PSA for Mark Cuban, you need to be a little nicer to the kids on Shark Tank. And a PSA for Sia, is it really wise to hang on that chandelier?
It sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Well, sure, because never mind. I would have gotten really bad with that. But, Seth, does McDonald's have a dollar menu still?
Yes, I just went there the other day.
But are things still $1?
Well,
On it.
not including tax.
No. Like, sometimes like I go and I see a sausage biscuit. It's $1.19. It's not $1 anymore. It's the dollar menu and more.
$1 and more.
Is anything on there still actually $1?
That's a really good question. I might have to go test that out tonight and check it out myself and
Like
see.
hash browns, a small fry, a
Parker,
kitty
let's
cone.
not talk about. I'm so hungry right now.
Okay. Wow. I thought we were going to thoroughly answer this question.
I can't handle food right now. I'm so hungry
And thirsty.
and thirsty. So, speaking of which, also that email mentioned earlier, if you would like to satisfy Seth's thirst, you can send an email to sethandparker@gmail.com.
Preferably it has a watermelon Fanta that you can send to him. He likes watermelon Fanta. That's a pretty good drink that he enjoys.
I can't remember what that was a euphemism for.
No, it wasn't a euphemism. It was just me using it.
Oh, thirst. Okay, because you were being... Okay.
It was me being me.
Okay, Parker. You're really good at that, and I appreciate that a lot.
I remember the stupid things like me just saying my own voice.
Yeah, you really enjoy your own voice.
I really enjoy my own voice. I'm a very lovely man, smooth as silk. So, if you want to email me, Seth and Parker.
Are we really using our email as a pickup line?
Well, nothing much has worked.
That doesn't count as prostitution, right?
No.
Okay, because we're not selling it. We're just...
No, we're just
Okay.
soliciting. It's like giving someone your phone number.
Okay. But we're giving them our email because we're classy and old
Yes.
school.
Wait. I think I found a way to spur, people writing in.
What?
Those of you out there, who is more attractive, Seth or Parker? Please send that and many questions and watermelon Fanta.
I guess can we talk about because they can't see us if they aren't listening. So maybe
voice off but most people
based on our voices,
most people who listen to this show know what we look like.
or they can check us out on ksdb.org, ksdbfm.org. Our picture's on there.
Or can they just email us and tell me, hey, Parker Heinze has the best, softest, sensual voice and body.
Or they can email us and say, Seth Dills is the kindest, sweetest, most attractive man I know, and I would do anything for him.
If they're emailing us, do they really know us?
Yeah, no. Wait, all of this is false.
Are you ready for our next question?
Yeah, is it my it's your turn. So
I
go
think
ahead.
it's my turn. This one again comes from Yahoo Answers.
Why are we asking this one?
Yahoo.
Yahoo!
And it asks, when was the last time you bought someone flowers?
Oh.
Seth?
Oh.
Seth.
Oh.
Seth.
Oh.
Seth.
Oh.
Seth.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever bought someone flowers?
I mean, I did in high school. Or like I think I bought my aunt flowers once, and I think I bought my mom flowers, but I've never I don't think I've gone out and bought flowers for anyone like in recent memory.
Not just because?
Not just I should probably start doing stuff like that.
Yeah, little acts of kindness.
Okay, yeah, and so I don't have an answer because I don't remember.
Like, do you give people like other little tokens?
I give them my love, in the form of physical affection and coffee.
I rather have flowers than physical affection.
Okay, I know what Parker wants.
Well, Christmas is right around the corner.
I will, yeah.
Black Friday is
this
Friday.
I actually thought about your gift the other day.
Oh, good, because I already got your gift.
I know. I thought about one that I really want to get you, and so I have to see if I can find it.
Okie dokie.
We'll see. Anyways, yeah. What about you, Parker?
There we go. Reciprocating.
I'm working on it. Like, it didn't feel natural quite at that point, so I was like waiting for natural point. I felt like that was more natural.
And when we roll off, like when we have a good 5 seconds of dead air, that's when you decide to ask.
Yeah, because I thought we were like having one of our bunny trail tangents, and I didn't
rabbit hole
tangents. And I didn't feel like interrupting that. But now is a good time to say, Parker, when is the last time you bought someone flowers?
Well, I think it was about 2 years ago this time. I was, trying out to be an RA in the dorms, and I asked for a letter of recommendation from my, previous RA, and she was very, very nice about it. She's currently at grad school in Indiana, and I got her some flowers.
Okay. That sounds like a good way to thank someone for doing something like that.
It was.
I had a professor or an advisor write me a letter of recommendation, and I took her chocolate.
Yes, chocolate and flowers. Good Valentine's Day stuff.
Yeah, and very good. Like, if you want to thank me for my service, I mean, I'll take chocolate and flowers,
or like a wet towel,
or cherry limeade. I didn't get that, but I'll take a cherry limeade.
Thank you for your service. If you service someone,
you need a wet towel
to clean the semen off your face.
Oh
my God, I cannot be too witty for my own good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just I did not. I thought like a wet warm towel, like for your shoulders or neck or something like that, and I was not thinking that way. So now I'm feeling really.
You need to think dirtier thoughts.
I mean, I usually do. I'm just not there right now.
You just gotta muck it up. I did not say anything that starts with an F.
Yeah, very, very good. Muck with an M as in miles.
Who's miles?
I don't know.
Or is miles like the opposite of kilometers?
I was just saying miles as in distance.
Okay. So Seth, what song are we playing this time around?
To this time around, I want to introduce you all to a song. I actually didn't decide what song to play. I had a couple in mind, but pardon me. I think I'm going to play "Start Again" by Ryan Dolan. The music, the song is really powerful to me. Just talking about taking a stand and starting over anew.
I prefer sitting down
or taking a sit, if that's what you like to do. But honestly, the music video will just if you watch it, be ready because it's content warning suicide.
Why you always try to push them towards the visual medium? You know that this is a completely audio.
I know,
based,
but I want to give
show.
them that insight to let them know.
You always recommend. No, you don't recommend to watch this. You recommend, hey, you should watch the first 11 episodes of why.
No, only 10 because we don't have the 11th.
Ah, gee willikers.
Oops, darn it.
You forgot to record that?
No, I couldn't. The computer was broken.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
That one's going to be lost, and thankfully that one's the one to get lost.
we should ask James if he has it. They probably archive them,
Hopefully.
so we should get that. But let's go ahead and play this song for our listeners, just so they can stop listening to us for a little while. Parker, I'm waiting on you.
Why?
Why is the real question, and that is the title of our radio show. So thank you for coming back and being present.
Wait, Seth.
I was making a joke.
Seth.
What?
Do you hear that noise? Roxanne. I believe that's the noise that prompts us to go over to our Science Corner.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think that was a different noise.
I mean, I think it fit. Better than Roxanne.
Roxanne always fits.
I mean, Roxanne's a good, song, but, when you say it, it just never, fits, which is the point of it. And I'm glad that that's the point of it. And we are going to see the point of our Science Corner via this question.
Yes, this question comes again from Yahoo Answers, and it asks, hey, Seth and Parker, do midgets have night vision?
What?
It's a science question.
It's a science question, but why are people... why don't you go up to a midget and ask them?
How often do you see a midget?
I mean...
Exactly.
Okay, good. Point
Boom.
proven. Continue.
Well, I think that I actually have never met a midget. I've met little people. Does that count?
I would say so.
Some people call them children, but they're
Oh.
they're like a whole other species. They're just so whiny.
Yeah, I get that. Which is why I'm the education major and you're the one who's going to sit in a lab doing research.
I love it. It is literally illegal for me to work with people underneath the age of 18.
Oh.
It is phenomenal.
Okay, fair enough. But, Parker, here's the thing.
Do you think midgets have sunglasses?
Sunglasses,
Night vision?
I think...
Sometimes I get the two confused.
How do you think this author means night vision? Are we talking night vision is in the night vision goggles, or they're able to see at night?
I think it's up for interpretation.
Because if it comes to this, they have this super cool night vision that everything turns green when it gets dark, I'm gonna say probably not. But if it's talking about being able to see at night, I feel like midgets eat a lot of carrots, so they probably...
Is that a stereotype I don't know about?
Yeah. Stereotypes exist because carrots are what midgets love.
Really? Are they rabbits? Are you thinking rabbits?
Okay, yeah, so that's kind of my answer to it. I mean,
I'm going to say that.
I don't have any smart aleck answer. I think that
maybe it's they do and we don't know about it, and it's some sort of
it's
secret,
a conspiracy.
It's a secret genetic compensation for being so short.
Yeah. Okay.
God says to them,
hey, your
hey,
mutation goes one direction and then you get... Okay.
They're all part of a really terrible league of X-Men.
A really terrible league, because
they
they're
can
not
just
doing
see
anything?
At night. That's a superpower. That'd be one of the worst superpowers ever.
I mean, being able to see at night, extra good at night, could be really good, military-wise, because then you don't have to wear the goggles and you can be stealthy, and normal people aren't gonna be able to see you.
Hey, I don't think there's many midgets in the army because they have a height requirement. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, but that's not ableist, right? They're not being ableist.
No, I think it's a disability technically.
Okay. Okay.
The army
is
doesn't
a little
take
more
any
strict about
they wouldn't take soldiers if they had Down syndrome or if they were in a wheelchair or if they were blind.
Yeah,
it's because
you have to be able to perform the job functions. Yeah,
it's like saying it's not really ableist to not hire a midget to be a light bulb screw inner.
Well, I mean,
that's
not a word, but I know what you're talking about. But
if your skill set does not meet the job that is required, you do not.
You can't work the job. Yeah, and that's fair. You have to have in certain fields you need the highly qualified workers who can do what's required of them.
Yeah, deaf people really can't do sound mixing.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not ableist.
This show's getting very down. I mean, we're not being ableist, but it can be interpreted that way.
Okay, so let them interpret it that way.
Okay, I was
this show is just an exercise in being offensive.
Oh, just like your life?
Yep. I do love being offensive.
I know you do.
It helps that people get butthurt and they start crying, and it just feeds me. It's unicorn tears.
Unicorn tears?
More like unicorn queers.
Oh, what up, fam? So is this the part where we go back to giving out our email?
Sure. Why don't we exit the science corner first?
Parker, I like my song better.
Fair enough. I'll let you do it. Okay.
I actually really like that one. Like, we might like segment that out and like save it for future science corners.
Maybe.
Anyways,
are you ready for another question?
yeah.
I believe it's your turn to ask.
It's my turn to ask. Okay. Well, I would love to ask another question. Oh, this one sounds so intense. Oh, I like this one. I'm gonna ask it. What happens if a sociopath is dating with a psychopath?
Okay, first off, we need to define something. What's the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath? Do not look on the internet. We need to fake answer this.
Oh, okay.
Seth, what is a sociopath?
A sociopath is someone who loves social situations and cannot stop walking around.
I don't think that's true.
Path deals with walking and socio deals with like around people. So it's someone who just cannot stop being around people and walking around in social situations.
I don't think that's true. I think sociopath is like someone who doesn't have empathy for other people.
You asked me to fake define it. I gave you a fake definition.
No, like, okay, fine.
Parker, you have to be clear with your instructions.
Okay, give me a definition for psychopath from your own words.
Psychopath, in my own words. So, you have to look at this, and I think that this is where the world of science has it wrong, because you have to look at Psyduck. Psyduck always has a headache, so the psi portion of it has to deal with your head being in pain. The co deals with it, something else is going on while you have a headache. Okay,
There's no co.
Yeah, psychopath.
You took the psych part. You already finished the
psi.
You're at the O path.
Psi deals with headaches. Co means there's something else going on, and path means you're walking around. So like you have this throbbing headache all the time when you're walking around, but you can't stop walking around.
Okay, so like what happens when someone who can't stop walking around meets someone with a headache all the time? Like, what happens if they start dating?
Someone who can't stop walking around with someone who has a headache all the time. I mean, I think they just have to support each other, because always having a headache's got to be a burden.
I'm pretty sure that's just like every old person, like
having a headache.
Yeah, one of them always has a headache, and the other one just wants to walk away.
Me, IRL.
Okay, why don't we go like reel this back to the real definitions of
what happens if
sociopath?
Why don't you define them the real way then, since you didn't like my definitions?
Sociopath is one who has no empathy for other people, and psychopath is someone who actively wants to hurt others.
Okay, that's a very like crisp definition. I appreciated that.
Are they up to your standards?
Yeah. They are exceeding what I expected to come out of your mouth.
Oh Lord! So what do you think would happen if two of just started dating each other?
I think that they would create like a criminal duo.
Okay.
Because the psychopath's not going to care what to do, and the psychopath wants to hurt others, and the sociopath doesn't care at all. And so there's no empathy. So they're going to be able to work together and probably become a murder duo.
Why would they want to work together?
Because the ends justify the means, because they get what they want.
Is there like a heavy amount of overlap between sociopath and psychopath?
I think so. I'm not like super like well versed in sociopaths and psychopaths, but I would think there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah. So Seth, I have a question.
Yes, let's hear it.
How do murderers get through a forest?
How?
They take the psychopath.
Ha, 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 ha.
I enjoyed it.
That was. Did you get that from the Google, or did you come up with that yourself?
I came up with that by myself. Fun fact Friday, I know 80% of all jokes.
Did you come up with them yourself, or did
no.
you? Okay.
I just know them.
Okay. Very good. Parker, don't step on the table.
Don't tell me how to live my life. I'm like Robin Williams in that one film where Robin Williams doesn't die, but he did in real life.
The Dead Poets?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
The Dead Poets Society?
Yes, so people have died in that movie, but just not Robin Williams.
Yeah.
He is actually dead. Robin Williams. He committed suicide.
Yeah.
Just like the song said.
Oh, so yeah, like, actually, should we, like, give a PSA for, like, the suicide prevention hotline?
Not really. This is supposed to be very informative.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're feeling that way, there are people that you can talk to.
Yes. Okay, I apologize. If you feel lost, if you feel lonely, If you just need someone to reach out to, you can call 1-900-MIX-A-LOT and then kick them nasty thoughts.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so since Parker's being not serious, I'm going to be serious.
I am serious, but it's not toll free. 1-900 numbers are not toll free. So if you are calling Sir Mix-a-Lot, you will be paying for it.
Okay, anyways, so if you ever need someone to talk to, you can always call the local crisis line, or you can Google that, or just Google National Suicide Prevention Line, and that will pop up with a 1-800 number that's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Baby got back.
And Parker's here. So let's go ahead and move on to our next question.
Yeah, let's look at the time first, but I feel like we have time for...
We're doing good.
A couple more questions.
One more question, I think.
That sounds good. This one comes again from Yahoo Answers, and it asks, I asked my friends how to sanitize my phone, and they told me to put it in the washing machine or dishwasher. Is this safe? Please help.
Why are you trusting your friends?
First off, I feel like every single Yahoo Answer question we have should always end with, please help.
Also, I feel like most of these are outdated.
So,
anyways,
are you saying people don't have stupid friends and washing machines?
No. I'm saying that I think that this one, by the time we're answering this, they probably already tried it, or they've probably been talked out of it.
I mean, we're not here to be helpful. We're here to entertain.
Yep, I'm here for your entertainment.
If you want us to be helpful, you can always email us at sethandparker@gmail.com.
Even then, we might not be helpful.
Or call 1-900-MIX-A-LOT. That's not what that won't help you connect to us, but it will get you some pretty dope rhymes. Seth, shouldn't you put your phone in the washing machine?
No, you should not put your phone in the washing machine.
What if you have one of them life-proof cases?
Nope, don't do it, because there's a little plastic piece over the home button that would probably melt, and then water would get your phone.
That'd be for dishwashers, but what about washing machines?
I mean, even if you put it on, I mean, that piece I've been through. I'm probably on my 5th life-proof case right now.
Oh my.
Mostly because that little piece keeps falling out.
Well, that's disappointing. They should probably work harder on that little piece.
Yeah, and so, if all the water's just soaking in, I feel like it's just not a good idea, and I would really, really recommend you not do that. Thank you.
So, how should I clean my phone or sanitize my phone?
You should probably consult with your provider and the company that made that phone. How do I clean this phone safely?
Or you can just use glasses wipes.
Those two, that would work.
Or yeah.
I think it also depends on what phone you have.
What if you don't have glasses?
Those things are inexpensive, or you might have a friend with glasses that you can talk to.
Okay. Are you ready for another question, Seth? Or do you feel like we've thoroughly wrapped that one up?
I'm very content with that.
Are you ready for another question?
Yeah, let's do one more question, and then we can wrap up.
Sounds phenomenal.
Okay. Let's see. Which one do I want to do?
Oh, he is again looking at the people who sent the photos to sethandparker@gmail.com.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we should focus more on the questions.
Okay, let me get over there. Let me let me close out of that. Okay. Sorry. I'm back here.
Hands where I can see them.
Hand check.
Okay. We're good.
Okay. So should we do number 9 or 10?
Up to you.
Let's do number 10.
Okay, would you like to read it to us?
Yeah. Can you give me tips for being a new freshman in high school? And I think my first tip is, it's going to suck.
I'm sure the person has a name. He or she is going to suck. Come on.
They, Parker, gender neutrality.
Okay, whatever. Don't hurt yourself there, buddo.
I won't. Anyways. Yeah, so Parker, what tips might you have? Let's start with you a little bit more.
Well, I have very generalizable high school experience because I went to an all-guys school back in Kansas City, a good Catholic school, and it was a lovely place to be. I'd say try as many things as you'd want to. You need to find where your comfort zone is and find some good people within those groups. If you want to play football for 1 year, that's fine. If you want to do track or do crazy, video game club or robotics or whatever you want to do, I encourage you to try it all, and you'll find who you are eventually.
Just try and fail. Not try to fail, but try and fail.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it is being a high school freshman with ladies present.
Yeah, just don't take a year off of dating your freshman year. It'll make your life so much
first
easier.
off, they're like 13. Why are they dating?
Well, I mean, quote
Second
unquote
off,
dating,
there is a great rule that I like to tell everyone and that they should thoroughly follow.
which is
You are not allowed to date unless you are allowed to drive.
ooh, I
That-
can like. So okay, so I know that like the freshman relationships typically aren't even real enough. They're just like meh, we're dating, but you know, I like your rule. I think that's good because it like
You're not reliant on anyone else to get you to and fro, but you still have a nice curfew where you need the lady back or gentleman back by 10 or whatever.
yeah, and like, I think that's like that kind of that mental maturity thing though
Mhm.
too. It's like you
Another-
can have time to develop yourself as a person.
Another tip for driving when you're young and very new to it, always plan to have a 10-15 minute cushion because it makes you so much easier going through traffic. Like, let's say you planned 50 minutes for a 40-minute ride and there's a little bit of traffic. Then you're doing fine and you're like, okay, we're good. I'm going to get back home by curfew. Also, don't underestimate the power of, little fast food and park dates. Like, go get some Sonic and go to a local park. That's a very good, inexpensive date idea. Free of charge. But you shouldn't be thinking about that because you're a freshman.
The fast food wouldn't be free of charge, but like inexpensive.
No, the advice is free of
Oh,
charge.
okay. The advice is free of charge. Okay.
I mean, they do have to sit through 45 minutes of us talking, but besides that, pretty low barrier of entry. I think so, at least.
I think
But you shouldn't be thinking about dating because you're a freshman.
don't worry about dating.
2 more years minimum.
Yeah, I'd say also don't worry. Like I'm gonna give some legit advice too. Okay.
I think my driving advice
That
was good.
that was good. That was good. But
That was
I'm
probably
gonna follow suit.
Probably some of the best advice we've given on this entire show.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow suit and say like, don't worry about what other people think. It's good. It's hard in high school, especially, but like towards the end of high school, you really realize who you are and you get to develop as a person. And Parker, I mean, I've been out of high school. I'm going on my 4th year, I think, out of high school, 4th year of college.
Yeah.
And I look back on high school and I think of a lot of things that I wish I would have changed. Like, and most of them had to do with people being horrible and making me change when I really wish I wouldn't have, because I think that would have had a better impact on a lot of my other relationships.
Mm-hmm. I kind of feel like my 3 rules of travel can be generalizable to high school as well. Do you know my 3 rules of travel?
I am
Seth?
not. I'd actually really like to hear those.
They're amazing. They helped me navigate the entirety of Europe in my fantastical travels. And there's 3 very simple rules. Do you want to know what they are?
Let's hear them.
Rule number 1, don't die. If you can do everything in your power not to die. Because the goal of high school and life in general and traveling is you want to make it to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
And premature end is not good. You don't want to die at the age of 14. So do everything in your power to, number 1, die. Not die.
But like, try not to
Yes.
die.
And
Yeah.
these are hierarchical rules. Number 1 is the most important. Do you want to know what number 2 is?
Let's hear it.
Number 2 is don't get arrested.
So like, is that's separate from pulled over? Like, you're not like completely don't get pulled over. You're
Yeah.
just don't take that
You
next
shouldn't-
step to
you-
getting arrested.
You shouldn't get pulled over anyways.
well,
but
like your headlight goes out and they pull you over to tell you it's out.
Mhm.
Like, that's not something you could have.
be nice to cops.
Yeah.
But like in high school, don't get arrested. Don't get an MIP. Don't blah 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 blah. If you are not in a good, comfortable, safe environment, then you need to go get to a good, comfortable, safe environment. Whether that be a party during your sophomore year of high school for the theater department, or doing cocaine in Prague or whatever. I don't know.
Did you do cocaine in Prague?
No, but I did have a roommate who did Molly.
Okay.
It was a really weird thing, and I didn't want to do that because it broke rule number 2. Do everything in your power not to get arrested.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what rule number 3 is?
Yeah.
This one's a good one because it's the fun one. If it's a good story, then I suggest you do it. If it does not break rule number 1 or 2.
Okay. Yeah, if it
So,
makes for a good story.
Yeah. So have fun, but remember rules number 1 and 2 because they're there and they're better than rule number 3 for a purpose, because you can't have a good story if you're dead. And I don't think any good story involves being in,
Getting
jail
arrested.
during Belgium riots or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's good advice, Parker. I think this is some of the best advice we've given. High five.
We have to stop this soon because it cannot be good
Or
advice.
just one day. Just one day.
Just one day. where we have
Just
good
a couple
advice.
times every once in a while, we need to give good advice.
Ah,
It keeps them coming back.
gee willikers.
Dang. Thank you for coming back. Thank you, everyone who comes back, because I wouldn't.
So Seth, are you ready for our final question of the day?
Yeah, Parker,
It's
let's
the
go
big
ahead.
question.
The big one.
Seth, what did we learn today?
The first thing we learned is that we on the show, while we might come across as ableist, are not ableist, and that sometimes you have to have certain abilities to do a job.
Oh, thank you. I was going to go off that and say we learned that we somehow turned a comedic question about midgets having night vision into an ableist witch hunt.
Dang, that's impressive.
People just want to feel too good about themselves. There's nothing wrong with shame.
Every once in a while, you need a little bit of shame to keep you well grounded.
What else do we learn today, Seth?
We also learned that not everything on the dollar menu is a dollar.
It's just the value menu.
The
Like,
value menu.
you know what's very valuable? $1. I learned that early and often.
Very good. Very good. What else did you learn, Parker?
We learned that Seth could actually reasonably dissect a Billy Joel song.
That was gonna be mine.
And when we give Seth a yard, he takes a mile. He just couldn't get over the fact that I praised him. That's why I never do it.
When did you praise me? Just now?
Like at the end of the Billy Joel dissection, I said you did a good job, and you were like,
I don't
That
remember.
was exactly how you
I
sounded.
don't remember.
What's the final thing?
The
you learned
final
today,
thing
Seth?
that I learned today was that honestly, like, I knew the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath, but like, I think the way you explained it really helped. Like, that was the best way I've heard it explained. So thank you. I learned, sociopaths focus on the lack of empathy. Psychopaths just want to hurt other people.
Yep.
It's that simple.
And finally, we learned Parker's 3 simple rules of travel, life, and high school, which was actually decent advice.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Can
but
you reiterate those 3 rules in just a quick
the 3 rules.
one-liner?
Don't die, get arrested, but have fun.
Okay. Very good. Hey, folks, thank you for joining us this week. Parker, do you have anything to add before we sign off?
2 + 2 = 4.
Or fish? 3
Yes.
+ 3 = snowman.
Oh, Lord. Why did I try to be smart?
Yeah, it didn't work. Anyways, so join us next week when we listen to more Billy Joel music, continue to give bad advice, or, like we did today, maybe a little bit of good advice. Sometimes it comes. Make more inappropriate jokes and answer the age-old question, do blind people feel? Why do people...
What?
What? Parker, you messed up the thing. This is not how...
Why do people say heads up when you should say duck?
Yeah, why do people say heads up when you should duck? I think that's a good one. And in the meantime, send an email to sethandparker@gmail.com with any questions you might like us to discuss, or phone numbers if you would like to go on a date. That was good. That was the place to plug that. That was very subtle. Once again, sethandparker@gmail.com, and we will hope you tune in next week at KSDB 91.9 for the show Why with Seth and